This is Heinz, and it's August 12th, 2014. The Premier League season starts in a few days, so I'm doing a quick preseason overview of Liverpool. So, as most people know, Liverpool finished second last year. They went all the way down to the final day of the season in a title race with Manchester City, only to lose in very heartbreaking fashion. Of course, the home loss to Chelsea with the slip to Gerrard was very heartbreaking for the fans and the team. However, they still had a chance to win it towards the end, but they just couldn't really hold on when it came to playing Crystal Palace away. And of course, Manchester City started steamrolling along there near the end. So, the big question on everyone's mind around Liverpool is how are they going to cope with selling Luis Suarez? As everyone knows, Suarez is one of the best players in the world. He had 31 league goals last year, so he was the really highest league scorer, and everyone is wondering how are they going to replicate how much he actually did for their team. So, Liverpool's actually done quite a lot of very good deals this summer transfer window. They took a lot of the money that they made off Suarez and started investing it right away. And as of now, all the targets that were currently on their radar have been hit, and they now have their team in the exact manner they want, save for one position which most fans are really talking about, is if they need one more striker to either play back up to Daniel Sturridge or as one that can come in right away and maybe try and fight Sturridge for his starting spot. So as of now, Suarez is the only member of the first 11 that has officially left the squad this summer. Daniel Agger, the cornerback, is also rumored to be going to Barcelona, but nothing official has come through. If he does not leave this summer, he would be Liverpool's fourth choice cornerback. So that's a position he's never found himself in, being that far down the pecking order. And for his sake and for the sake of just the morale around the club, it's probably best if he just went on his way and had a nice clean break from the club and went to a team that he could get game time for and still be a consistent performer. The other player out this summer that a transfer fee has been agreed upon, but it hasn't happened, is Fabio Borini. Sunderland and Liverpool have agreed a $14 million deal, but Borini does not want to go. He wants to stay in Liverpool and fight for his spot, which, from a Liverpool perspective at this time, could actually be beneficial, seeing as how they only have two first-team strikers on their books. So having Borini around at this time may actually be helpful, but who knows if at the end of the transfer deadline he's still actually with Liverpool. And so the most important part of Liverpool's summer so far have been all the big name players they have brought in. They pretty much poached Southampton of all of Southampton's best players. So the big three from Southampton that they brought in are Lallana, Lambert, and Dejan Lovren. Lovren just came in last week. He is one of the best cornerbacks in the Premier League. He's known for his great positioning and his great communication. And he made his debut for Liverpool this Sunday against Borussia Dortmund. And he had a terrific header during the game to score on his debut, which is always a really cool thing. And it's actually a rare thing when you're a defender, so good for him. And since Lovren has now come in, he would probably be a starting cornerback. It's probably going to be Skirtle and Lovren starting as the season begins, with Sacco watching the both of them and filling in when he needs to, and probably working as a deputy for replacing Skirtle as Skirtle gets older. So Liverpool really do have a plan at the back, and it seems that for once in a long time their defensive plans have actually worked out in the summer. So we'll get to a little bit more on that with the fullbacks that they have brought in. Another really big signing they made this year was 20-year-old Emre Can from Bayern Leverkusen. He can play anywhere in central midfield. He's a really big guy, so he's an enforcing type role that Liverpool's really been missing since the departure of Javier Mascherano to Barcelona. Emre Can has really looked good during preseason. He had a real physical presence against Roma and against Olympiacos as well. So everyone's hoping that he can bring that presence into the Premier League in a very physically demanding league that would require his skill sets. I don't know if he's going to come in, start right away. His possession is a little sloppy. He makes some rash decisions. So we'll see if Rodgers decides to go with Sean or Lucas as a starting midfielder once the season begins. And then the most impressive signing that Liverpool have made this year. It's probably, I guess the most impressive is the wrong word, but the potentially most impressive signing would be Lazar Markovic from Benfica. This is also a 20-year-old player who has been tipped to be on people's radars for being the next best player in the entire world. So Liverpool fans can be very, very excited for him. He's a winger who is, pardon the pun, but he's laser fast. He will fight the defenders as much as he can to get the ball. He'll terrorize them all day, and he knows how to play a good pass, and he knows how to work his positioning to get behind the defense to really score some goals and to really help out his teammates. So he is a signing that's going to be real big potential for the future. A lot of Liverpool fans are very excited for him right now, but I don't think he's going to come in and start right away. He didn't start that many games against Benfica last year. He was more of a fringe player that came in when necessary or came in to help some people with tired legs. So we'll see where he fits in this season. And then some other pieces of business, one that was actually concluded today, are the fullbacks that Liverpool have bought in from teams in La Liga. The first was Javi Manquillo. He's a 2-year loan from Atletico Madrid, and the rumors are that they have a very good option to buy. So if he slots in at right back, like I think he will, in replace of Johnson, then if he has a good 2 years, Liverpool will definitely snatch at the opportunity to sign him full term. And then the other big signing at fullback is the left back Alberto Moreno from Sevilla that they purchased today for, the rumor is £16 million, which is about £4 million less than what everyone thought he was going to go for. So for some reason, Liverpool got a bargain on a deal that took all summer to finally conclude. So we'll see how that goes when the season begins. And then there's 2 other players from Southampton that Liverpool also purchased. So the first is Ricky Lambert. He grew up in Liverpool and he played for Liverpool until he was 15 years old. And at that point, the club released him. So it's really nice, a really good story, because he's played in nearly every single tier of English football that he's finally made his way back to where he started. So he's a big number 9 forward to play as a backup to Sturridge, and if necessary, he can also give the team a different dimension, as he's more of a go direct to him, and we'll see if he can barrel through the team's defensive. So I'm looking forward to see how Lambert does this year. And then, of course, the other major signing that is probably a really good right now signing is Adam Lallana from Southampton. He's someone who can play almost any position in midfield, preferably in the number 10 role or on the wing. So he was Southampton's captain as well as going to England for the World Cup. So we will see what kind of competition he can do against Jordan Henderson and Philippe Coutinho. So we'll see how that goes. Right now, my starting lineup for the new year would be Simon Mignolet in goal. I would have Luis Enrique at left back. I think that Moreno is just too new to the team right now, and I think Enrique is going to hold down his spot for at least the first bit of the season until Moreno gets up to Premier League pace. And then I have Lovren and Skrtel combined in the defensive as the center backs in the defense. And then I personally think that Javi Manquillo will be the starting right back within the first 5 games of the Premier League season. I doubt Rodgers is going to go with him against Southampton on Sunday, but I think after a few more training sessions and a few more weeks, Manquillo is going to be the one holding down that right back role. And then, of course, in midfield, you're going to have Gerrard, Henderson, and Coutinho. Coutinho's going to be playing that number 10 role, and he's looked really, really good in preseason, and this could be a breakout year for him. And then Sturridge is going to be up top, and of course, Raheem Sterling is going to be the right wing. He had a breakout year the second half of last season. He played really well, went to the World Cup for England, and he's looked really, really good in preseason as well. And then left wing, I have Lallana as soon as he gets back from injury. And until that time, Lazar Markovic may actually be the one starting. So that'll be really exciting to see how he does in the Premier League. I have Liverpool finishing third this year, behind Chelsea at number 1 and then Manchester City at number 2. So Liverpool should retain Champions League football, but hopefully they will finish higher than that.